Annette coming to you live from Mojo Cigar Lounge, where it's located at
75 Mayo Road,
All right.
Edgewater, Maryland.
Awesome, thank you. And I'm here featuring one of the beautiful sisters of the leaf, Desi from Drunk Chicken Cigars. As you know, I'm Cigar Lady Annette, and I do the Red Cigar Society, where we feature sisters of the leaf who also are entrepreneurs. So I'd like to thank you very much for taking this time out to sit with us. Or I keep saying us, it's just me. I'm a videographer, camera person, audio. But anyway, so thank you. So what I want to know before we get started is, who is Desi?
Who is Desi? My name's Desiree Silver. I am born and raised in the Maryland area, so I have traveled quite a bit, and I'm a simple person. I just like me and my chickens. While everybody's surprised about that, I do own chickens, 23 chickens, 2
Wow.
ducks, and 2 roosters. So,
Hence the name Drunk Chicken Cigars.
Yes. I do, my backyard has been named the Drunk Chicken for several years. So I would tell my friends, they would say, "What are you doing?" "Oh, nothing, just hanging at the Drunk Chicken." So when you build it, my dad told me you had to name it. So I named it the Drunk Chicken as a joke, but it was funny and it was catchy, everybody caught on. And so when I thought about doing a cigar company, it kind of came natural to call it Drunk Chicken Cigars, because that's what my friends and family knew me by, my chickens.
Okay.
So.
Now, when did you start smoking?
Wow, I started smoking in my early 20s, here and there smoking cigars with my ex-husband. Now he's ex, but at the time, my husband at the time, and we would smoke. That was our chill moment. We would go fishing and we would smoke. We would go camping, we would smoke a cigar. We would have nothing to do. We would smoke a cigar. So that was one of our kind of chill things to do. But I wasn't really serious into smoking cigars until probably about 7 or 8 years ago, after I going through the divorce, and I'm home alone. Kids are at their dad's, had nothing to do. Let me go to a cigar lounge and go buy a cigar. But I've never bought a cigar before by myself, so I had to learn about what I liked, what I didn't like, because he always bought the cigars. I'd never really bought cigars. So I went to my local lounge, and I bought a little tiny humidor, and the travel case one, and I bought the little distilled water to put in it, and I was like, I'm gonna get serious and figure this out, and I bought some cigars. At the time, my first cigar that I purchased was a Camacho. Don't ask me which one, because I don't remember which one, but that was my first cigar that I purchased on my own. And then from there, I started to try to figure out what cigars I like, what I like about it, what I didn't like about it, and learning about the cigar industry helped me with my alone time.
Okay, awesome. So now, Drunk Chicken Cigars, you started, what, a year and a half, 2 years ago?
So Drunk Chicken Cigar kind of came by accident. I travel a lot, and when I was in my travels, I started going to the local cigar lounges and enjoying the different atmospheres, and I really thought I was wanting to open up a lounge. So I just wanted to visit lounges while I was going on my travels. And so 2018 I was traveling, or was late, it was late 2018 or early 2019, I was traveling to Florida, and I, like my OCD self, I listed all the cigar lounges that were near. So wherever I was, if I wanted to go to a lounge, I'll just pull up my list and try one out. And I accidentally put a manufacturer there. It wasn't a lounge. And so I went to the manufacturer, and I went in, and with my current fiance that I have right now, and we went in, and they gave us a tour of the manufacturer. And it's a very small shop. Wasn't large at all. They were so nice and so accommodating, and was telling us how they rolled, and showed us how they stored the the leaves and the cigars, and both of them, and the process that they went through. And they told us, oh, we can roll anything you want. and showed us all the leaves that they had. So I was intrigued because that was one of the things that I was doing. I was studying the different leaves and what I liked about it, didn't like. So I looked at his list and I told him the combination. He's like, "Oh, I think that's going to be good." And he rolled it for me and gave me a couple. And we bought some cigars from his humidor. And we went back to the hotel and we smoked those cigars. I said, "These are fantastic cigars." And so the next day we went right back. And so I said, "What if I bought 200 from you? Could you give me a better price?" And he said, "Yeah." But it wasn't at the time. Again, I'm still on the thing that I think I want a lounge. It was just that cigar was so fantastic. I wanted to have some more at home. So I said, "Okay." I said, "Can I take the list of all the leaves you have?" He said, "Yeah, sure, take it." I said, "I'm going to call you up and I'm going to give you some other combinations and I can buy some boxes from you." And I said, "Okay." We started off with 200. And he gave me the prices for the 200. And from there, I bought the 200 and I said, "Okay." And I said, "Well, here's some other combinations that I wanted." And he let me sample and let me sample. And it took me probably about 6 months before I came up with those 5 that you have here.
Okay.
And these 5 were just for me to smoke and my fiance to smoke based on our smoking habits. What we like to smoke at different times of the day. So we were like, any time of the day. So that became our slogan. Drunk Chicken Cigars, any time of the day cigar. Because it was based on the different times of the day that you like to smoke. And so I called him back and said, "Okay, I'm going to go for 500. Do you think I can get a little better price?" He said, "Yeah, I can do a little bit better." So I started giving my friends the cigars and family members. And somebody said, "You can sell these cigars." So I can sell them. So I actually started looking at other manufacturers at that point and started looking at what they could do price-wise and things of that nature. And then I also speaking with our current manufacturer about reducing the price. If I was to sell by the thousands, would he be able to give me a better price? He said, yeah, he can do that. Very accommodating, very nice guy. So I went to Affilions and spoke to one of the owners there. And I asked them, "Hey, do you think you could sell one of these cigars?" And at the time, it was the Mother Clucker, and that's what I'm smoking right now. It was the Mother Clucker, and it was a Robusto, and it had a white band. And I gave it to him, and he smoked it, and he said, "Oh yeah, I can definitely sell this cigar here." And he said, "Well, what if I buy it as my house cigar?" I said, No. If I'm selling it, it's gonna be my cigar. So he said, "Yeah." He told me only problem he had was the band. It was a white band. It wasn't eye-catching. So I started researching bands. I had no clue about bands or the cigar making process, but I learned very quick. Contacted quite a few band manufacturers, did a lot of research, and I actually spoke to other lounges that had their own house cigars and where they got their bands from. And I gained a lot of relationships in other states, other lounges by visiting them and keeping in contact with people. Just because, again, research on trying to do my own lounge.
Right, good for you.
And so I found a company that would do with bands, and I reached out to the Cigar Room in Madison, Alabama. "Hey, Don." And I asked him, if he would sample my cigars, and I sent him a sample pack, one just like this. And again, they had the white bands on them. All the cigars had the white bands. And he smoked them, and he thought they were fantastic. He loved the packaging. He loved the name. He loved that I gave a little background on each one of the cigars. Whenever you order a sample pack, it's still the same today. It comes with the package, and it comes with the 5 cigars. Now the only difference is it comes with the Humor Smart too to keep it fresh when it's in the mail. So he smoked them. He loved the cigar. He loved the name. He thought it was very catchy. And so between him and Bobby and James at Affilions, yes, those were my first 2 orders. And then I promised them that I would have bands on the cigars. So I did the order, and this was in early December, because I remember it was around Christmas time, and the company that I did the bands with closed down for 2 weeks during Christmas.
Oh, wow.
So they didn't open back up until the first week of January. Then there's a 2-week lapse time to run the bands, and my birthday is January 22nd. I was going away to the Virgin Islands, St. Thomas on the 23rd, and I promised to deliver everything before I left. So, yikes.
Yeah, wow.
I cut it real close. All the cigars were delivered to me on the 22nd, early that day. I drove to Affilions and delivered their cigars, and on the way I stopped by the post office and put the cigars in the cigar room, mailed it to them. And then I flew to St. Thomas, Virgin Islands, the next day with a handful of cigars, by the way.
Okay.
Because while I'm there in St. Thomas, I meet the owner of the Pelican Shop, and I go to all the cigar lounges around there.
There you go.
And
now I can write that off for business.
Yes, and so that became my third shop, the Pelican Shop in St. Thomas.
Awesome.
Yes, so from there, it just kind of snowballed into something that is really amazing right now. The support from the cigar community has been overwhelmingly amazing. So I really appreciate everybody's support that's been out there. Thank you.
That's awesome. Okay, so you have, you said you have 5 in your line.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Tell us about each one, I guess, each size or.
Okay.
Because, well, I'm smoking the DOC.
DCO.
DCO.
Drunk Chicken Original.
Drunk Chicken DCO.
DCO. So I normally go through it either by strength. That helps me. I said there's 5 in the line, so there's 5 different profiles, flavor profiles. There's a full body, 3 mediums, and a mild. But there are 13 different faces, meaning that each cigar comes in a different size.
Right. Okay.
So you're smoking a DCO, and this is a DCO. So that's a Robusto 5x50, and this is a Gordo 6x60.
Okay.
Much bigger, and it comes in a Lancero too, and I don't
Which
have
I was gonna say, you know, and I just smoked my Lancero yesterday. So
yeah, so,
I
but
love
the
that
Lancero size this is not a DCO, but that's the Lancero size.
Mm-hmm.
So the DCO is a Mexican San Andreas wrapper with an Ecuadorian binder and Nicaraguan Lajero filler.
Okay.
So as you get bigger, the 6x60s, you get more and more of that full body. The Robusto is still full body, but because it doesn't have as much as the Lajero, it is not as full, strong. And then the Lancero is one of my favorites because it's a good mix of the binder, wrapper, filler. So I actually can taste more of that Ecuadorian pepper, which I love the pepper. So the Lancero provides a little bit for me the combination, and so that's what I look for when I'm the complexity of the cigar.
Okay.
So that's my DCO, and it comes like this. Let me move this. So this is the logo. So the original has the original logo and everything on it. So the DCO.
Yeah, it's great packaging.
Yeah, the logo is really hilarious. You know, we had to have a chicken that was drunk. So, you know, it looks like, oh, maybe that should be for alcohol or something. But, you know, this was our,
cool.
that was the vision. We had somebody do that logo for us. So,
Okay.
yeah. We were very specific. And so then you have the Mother Clucker. And yes, I said Mother Clucker. And today I'm married to the Mother Clucker.
Hey, Mother Clucker.
I'm that Mother Clucker. And when I see people post, I said, that's that Mother Clucker.
Mm-hmm.
So the Mother Clucker is, let me see. So the wrapper is a Habano wrapper. And it has the Ecuadorian binder. That's what I love. And it has that Ecuadorian filler as well. So you get a lot of the cedar, white pepper, spicy. That's what I love. It's not overbearing pepper, strong like black pepper, maybe more like white pepper, light pepper. And it is fantastic. I love them all, so it's hard for me to pick one.
Mm-hmm.
Every day I go, oh, I love this one today. So it's fantastic. The Mother Clucker started off with being my bestseller. Started off, and I think a lot of it's the name, but I see that every lounge has a different profile for the sizes and the cigars, their customer base and things of that nature. But the Mother Clucker comes in 3 sizes as well. It comes in the Robusto. It comes in a box press Robusto. In that box press, what it does is gives it a little denser smoke. So if you like that box press, that little denser smoke, that draw, that's great.
what I usually do is the box press. So.
Yeah, I love that. And it also comes in a Gordo 6x60. So
okay.
I try to make sure that not just that it's, something there for everybody's flavor profile, but the sizes too. So we are growing in sizes, in various sizes.
Okay.
The next one is the Fat Hand. So I did the Fat Hand because when I'm at work, I always wanted to have a quick smoke.
Mm-hmm.
And you start a cigar, I don't like leaving a cigar. I like to finish my cigars. And so I wanted this size 4x60 because it gives you a really quick 45-minute smoke and you can finish it, and I don't feel like I'm leaving a cigar on the table. You can't leave a cigar on the table.
No.
So it started off with the 4x60 size, and I guess overwhelming saying, oh, great cigar, but it's too short. I want more. So we grew up to the 6x60. And so I didn't want to give it another size that's smaller, the Robusto, the Lancero, although I think it would be amazing, but it wouldn't be a Fat Hen at that point. Right. I might have to call it something different. So the Fat Hen is a combination of the Mother Clucker and the Living the Dream, what we're going to talk about in a minute. But remember, I told you it had the Ecuadorian filler. Mm-hmm. The Fat Hen has Ecuadorian and Dominican filler.
Okay.
Yeah, so some of that white pepper is smooths out with that Dominican filler. That once you add that in there, the complexity of those two, the combination of those two fillers, really gives you almost a creaminess to me that is not there with the Mother Clucker.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try. I haven't because it was so big.
Well, maybe try the short, quick smoke.
Yeah.
So that one's for you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. No, thank you for having me here. I'm really excited.
Yeah, no, I have to feature my sister. When I heard that, I was like, oh, yes.
So, my next one is Living the Dream. And Living the Dream is the smoothest one of all the cigars that we have.
And that's the one I smoke all the time, especially the new one, the box press.
Oh, yes. And you know what? I forget that just came out August 1st, so the box press is really new.
Yes.
So not very many people actually have it. I think there's only one store right now here.
301?
301. The only one that has it right now. But I do know that Salsa at Cigar Palace will be ordering that one soon.
Okay.
So we did discuss that at her next order. We're adding that. But so for the Living the Dream, we have a Robusto and we have a Lonsdale. I wanted to do something that was different from the other sizes, not a Lancero, but it's a little bit fatter than the Lancero, but it still has a little more length. I love this Lonsdale, but it has all Dominican fillers, so that spicy pepper is totally gone, and it's the smoothest smoke you have. It's great for people that just love smooth smokes. I tell you, the beginners, anybody that says they love Dominicans or Cubans, I would tell you, this is your cigar to try.
Yeah, and it's a perfect, it's my first cigar, if I hadn't eaten a full meal. Yeah, so then I, bounce over to a full body, but no, it's smooth cigar. Love that cigar.
Yeah, when we finish talking about the cigars and what's in each profile, they tell you kind of how I smoke them.
Yeah, go ahead, absolutely.
I don't know how much time we have, so.
I didn't even check the time, but that's okay.
All right. So we also have the last but not least is the Sweet Dreams. It is my mild cigar. And while it's mild, it does have a little tiny kick. It's not as smooth as the Living the Dream, but it has a Connecticut wrapper, and it has Nicaraguan fillers, but it also has a sweet tip. That sweet tip gives great cocoa and vanilla flavors when you're smoking it. I absolutely love this cigar.
Mm-hmm.
I think I said that about all of them.
No, actually, and I had that one because I don't do flavors, but I used to sell another one that was similar to that, and then I always tell people it's like drinking a latte while smoking a cigar.
Yes, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And I could tell you, I am not a flavored cigar person at all, but I have tried quite a few flavored cigars because I wanted to figure out what my palate was, and yeah, flavored cigars is not my go-to. But the manufacturer, they suggested it and sent one. I said, I don't know, I'll try it.
It's a great addition.
Yeah, but when I was smoking it, the first time I was having a black coffee. That's how I drink my coffee. And this was absolutely amazing with it. So I had to have it because this is something that I enjoy in first thing in the morning. This is what I do in the morning time. And it comes in two sizes. It comes in the Lancero and it comes in the Robusto. It originally just came in the Lancero, but we added the Robusto later.
Okay, yeah, I didn't think there was one. Okay, awesome.
Yeah, so it came in Robusto later. The Lancero has much more of the cocoa and vanilla. The Robusto, the cocoa and vanilla is still there, but it's not as strong. And compared to because it's only the sweet tip, the first third burns up. The first third you have that, but the second third and the third it kind of burns off a little bit. So you are smoking more of the Nicaraguan tobacco. You have that. So I had people to call, oh, I didn't like sweet cigars, and I stopped smoking. I said, well, okay, well I would suggest that pick it back up because you're done with the first third and smoke it, because that vanilla cocoa has gone away. But like I said, there's something for everybody. If you don't like sweet cigars and you pick this up and you go, oh, I just don't like drunk chicken cigars. Well, guess what? There are 4 other ones.
Right, right. You missed out.
Yeah.
You missed out. Don't assume that was the only cigar.
Yeah. How I smoke them?
How you smoke them?
Oh, so I wake up in the morning and I like to start off my day with the Sweet Dreams, with my black coffee. If it's not the Sweet Dream, it's the Living the Dream. So that's kind of like the Dream series. And kind of how I live my life. I want to make sure that I'm living my dreams. And this is all I have. This is it. This is the one life I have. So I'm living the dream and I'm having sweet dreams. So,
okay.
Going through my day, I will have my quick smoke at lunchtime. During the evening, get off work, I want to have that mother clucker with a glass of red wine or a light whiskey. Or scotch. I love scotches too. So, and then when I get home and it's starting to be, dark, and I go towards the full body, so I do the DCO, but and I know I'm gonna be in the house because I don't typically do full bodies all the time, but when I am smoking that DCO, it really gets to my head, and I don't want to be driving when I'm smoking the DCO. So that's kind of how I smoke it. The Living the Dream, I can pick that up anytime I want to smoke, and I just grab something. I'm gonna typically grab this one. It's a light, smooth smoke anytime where I'm going. But the DCO I do love with my bourbons, much stronger drink. It pairs well with those. The Living the Dream, teas, and when I'm having my tropical drinks. I love my tropical drinks with my Living the Dream. I do believe that what I'm drinking and eating changes my mood for what I want to smoke.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty much with everyone. Okay, well, that's awesome. I know we're having some little technical difficulties, but I appreciate you coming and share your story with us. It's an amazing story, and like I said, I try my best to try to get you in some lounges. I don't know if my folks in LA who said they were going to call, but again, thank you for coming out, and
I want to thank you I want to thank you for your support. You've been absolutely amazing, reaching out to other lounges, and everything comes in due time. We started off with 1 or 2 lounges. Now we're at 36 lounges.
That's awesome.
Yeah, across 21 states. So I feel very blessed every day, and you know, everything comes when it's supposed to.
Absolutely,
So, yeah,
absolutely.
Can't, you know.
Yeah.